Stupid buttons.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, we had our unit convention yesterday, and Greg Hatayama got elected again. So
Yeah, we elected Tim Wood.
was he last year too?
No, David Himes was last year.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Yeah, get more people involved here.
What was your attendance?
Oh shoot, it was down in Boulder, so we had a small group. I think we had 68 people or 66 people and 38 absentees.
Wow.
So it was small.
We had 63 in person and 20 absentee.
Oh wow!
Really a poor showing. But
yeah,
yeah, that's a little disturbing because you guys have a lot more people than we do.
Yep.
And that was at this side. We have split unit conventions because we've got the Western Slope as well.
Oh, in your unit you do?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Western Slope of Colorado plus several Eastern groupings from Utah.
Well, okay.
So I don't know how many people they had over in Grand Junction.
How do you coordinate the vote?
Well, what happens is we vote separately, and then the tellers get on the phone and discuss everything.
Wow.
that's complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't quite understand the rationale. I mean, I guess they look on a map and they can't tell that there's 14,000-foot barriers between us.
So.
Yeah, right.
There are no physical barriers, right?
There are no physical barriers, right?
Right.
And if you blow the Earth up, or if you blow a cue ball up to the size of the Earth, you'd have twice the size of the mountains. So maybe they're sort of looking at us as
yeah.
It's a flat map, so who cares, right?
Yeah. All right, so you got to stop at 10:30.
Yep, I need to be done at 10:30 today. So.
All right, so I sent out. I see that you put it. So that.
Yep.
What you've got on the screen right now replaces the dedication page.
Right.
In the book.
Yeah, I was wondering if we might take a look at the second to last sentence. I found it a little confusing. That this process is often frustrating is to minimize the feelings we have all had many times when attempting to reach agreement on even trivial issues. I was wondering if we could simplify that. Maybe I'm not reading it right.
Well, I think what happens if we say to say that this process is often frustrating?
Yes, that would be clearer, or even just turn it around and say something like reaching agreement on even the most trivial of issues can at times be a frustrating whatever.
I think that's even better. It also
frustrating ordeal, since we use experience in the final sentence.
Yeah, okay.
Or arduous and frustrating, or just frustrating. Reaching agreement on even the most trivial of issues can at times, or if you want to qualify it, because we tend to qualify things in our writing, can be a frustrating experience.
Can be a frustrating process.
Can be a frustrating process.
Yeah.
All right. Say that again. So go slow and say it again.
Reaching agreement on even the most trivial of issues can be a frustrating process. Does that sound okay?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And that's it, period?
Period. Our hope is that the ideas and processes presented here will help others understand that decision-making does not have to be a painful experience.
Okay.
Reaching agreement on even trivial issues can be a frustrating process.
Yeah.
Period. Okay, done.
That's the only thing that I saw. Otherwise, it reads very smoothly.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then the
that's,
dedication.
And that dedication is basically that same second paragraph?
yeah, that was just my editing. I haven't cleared that
Okay.
out. So,
All
Okay.
right.
because that really is the dedication was just the one paragraph. So so I'm deleting out that entire.
I
rest of
see, this
that.
book
So,
is dedicated, okay.
yeah. So the white stuff there replaces dedication, and we only have 2 paragraphs, and that's it.
Okay,
Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Got that.
what
Okay.
was the other thing?
The other thing is
I'll bring that up now.
Yep, the other thing was
The back
your
cover.
your comments in a prior email, Gordon, on the second paragraph in the back cover, which I have made the change here, cleaned up the text in there, shortened it.
Yeah,
I
that,
like it a lot better.
yeah, that read cleanly.
Yep.
from
So
what I
this
could see.
is good. And I figured out how to do the little TM.
Oh, very nice, yeah, so
Yeah.
little superscript. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's good, then that's cool. All right. Any
Learn how Lily saves her company by implementing the yes, and you can, action figures are now available. For your favorite
That's our next line of merchandise.
who's our yes man? We need to have a bobblehead of the yes man. Yeah, that's good.
Well, it certainly wasn't Jason.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're set on the artwork, right?
Yep.
I mean, we all like that one, the blue.
Yeah. Yep.
The arrow
So really,
going up and, yeah.
Mike, I need the ISBN.
Yeah, I'm struggling with Bowker on that. I'll get it to you this week.
Okay.
In fact, I'll make a note right now.
Yep.
So
Then the only,
I would note that Amy asked to meet with us.
Yeah,
Okay,
about publication schedule.
yeah, hang on though. But on the book, so Mike, we had a comment in the last meeting of you were going to look at any revisions in the rules.
Yeah, one of the things that it wasn't so much revision of the rules because I don't think we want to do that. It was sort of like, how can we enhance that section by talking about ways to implement?
In which section? You mean in the
appendix to the
in the
book.
appendix? Oh, right.
Yeah,
You were
because we weren't
going
going to change the major text.
Yeah,
and I
correct.
think we really, I think the rules are, as stated, are really, really good.
All right. So when you get a chance, I mean, do you want to make any changes to that?
To the appendix?
Yeah. Or is it good like it is?
The structure is, let me pull the book up. Let me see if I can share that. Okay. Hang on while I see if I can't bring that up.
Yeah. So then, I don't know if we need to.
Let's see. Okay. Let me see if I should have it.
I could share mine.
I've got it here someplace. I should have it here. Why is it not showing? Okay, hold on. I'll get it up.
Want me to share my screen?
It's, I'd have to give you whatever I need for that. Hold on.
Well, while Mike's doing that, Kevin, let me ask you a question. Who do you use now to make travel arrangements? I do
it. I do it myself.
Do you just through the airline or?
Yeah, because I generally go on when I make travel. I generally go on and I'll do like a kayak search for fares just to see who might have a cheap one.
Uh-huh.
And then if Delta, I prefer Delta. So if Delta's close to being the cheapest, and many times they are, I just go ahead and book it on Delta and I do it myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do the same thing because if you book through the websites and something screws up, you're sort of
Yeah.
screwed.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I may be doing a project in California with at least some on-site time, which I haven't done in a while. Last time I was doing traveling, I was using services like Expedia.
Yeah.
I
Where
don't know.
are you going to go?
Riverside. That's
So-
east of LA.
So you'd fly into LAX? You're going to fly
Probably
into like
Ontario.
Orange County?
Yeah, Ontario.
Oh, Ontario, yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't have a whole lot of. I don't have experience flying into there, but
I've never flown into Ontario, but yeah, just do a kayak search for nonstops from Denver to Ontario, and make sure it's California.
exactly.
Wow, that's going to take a long time.
Yeah.
And then just book through the airline. That looks
Yeah,
good.
then I go out and book through the airline, and you're probably going to have choices of Southwest, Frontier, and United will be your only choices.
Yeah, I saw a United flight that wasn't terrible.
Yeah,
They're not my favorite airline, but some of the other ones look worse.
Yeah, Frontier used to be awesome, and they completely suck now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I won't touch
use that a lot
Frontier.
back in the day.
No, and I refuse to fly Southwest, so I'm kind of stuck on United.
Right.
So
What's wrong with Southwest these days?
I just have never flown them, and I never will. I have so many friends that have been really screwed over and hosed, and it's just
Is that right?
Really?
I can't stand the cattle card mentality.
Uh-huh.
You know, it's just I want to know where my seat is. I want to know it ahead of time.
Right. Yeah.
I'm okay with paying a little extra money just to have that confidence level.
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever flown them or not.
We flew them to Midway when we went up for Lindsay and David's wedding, Gordon.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were okay. They were fine.
That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, that's been a few years ago. I haven't flown them in a long time, but I'm with Kevin. These cattle car airlines just drive me nuts. We made the mistake when we went to Sharice's graduation. We said, well, we're halfway there. Let's do a 3-day. And we made the mistake of flying, what was it? EasyJet.
EasyJet.
EasyJet. It's
Yeah,
it's a big European
Huge.
Yeah.
operation.
Fly your own plane.
Basically,
Yeah,
if you really want to see something that describes those airlines, look up a YouTube video on Cheap Flights song video. The language is a bit on the rough side, but boy, it describes it perfectly.
That's not one of those standing room only flights, is it?
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah, and it's a 6-hour flight to Tel Aviv from London.
Wow.
And you were on EasyJet?
Yeah,
I didn't know EasyJet flew to Tel Aviv. Wow.
they do. They fly out of Luton Airport, which is another adventure.
So what's the name of the video?
Cheap Flights. Just
Cheap
the Cheap
Flights.
Flights song. Cheap Flights, Cheap Flights. You know, it's about, you see it. It's funny. It is absolutely hilarious, and it describes. Actually, I'm sure it's taking aim at Ryanair because it's Irish,
Uh-huh.
but nonetheless, it describes things perfectly. And we said, shoot, we'll pay the extra $50 and fly British next time.
Yeah.
I did. The thing with Southwest that irritated me was when that Westminster LSA went to Chicago
Yeah.
many years ago. I can't remember if it was a Fort Collins or I can't remember whatever. Another LSA was on the same trip, and there was an elderly couple. I can't remember who it was, but they booked on Southwest, and when they got to DIA to check in at the ticket counter agent said, you didn't check in online? And their response was, what's this online thing you're talking about? And and the response was from the agent was, well, you may not get on this flight. So it's like, oh, great. That's how you treat your elderly, ignorant customers, so that not because they're stupid, just because they don't do it.
Right.
And it's like they freaked him out. It's like, I can't believe that you would freak out your customers like that.
Yeah.
Like, come on, just say, oh, don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. But,
Exactly. Yeah, customer service is dead.
Yeah, there is no customers. It's with United. United doesn't have bad customer service. They have no customer service.
Yeah.
So
That's what has really turned me totally against United as well. The problem is, who are you going to fly?
yeah, I've been pretty lucky on Delta.
Yeah,
I'm sticking
and I've
with
been
them.
pretty lucky with
Did
American
they
over the
finally
years.
update their fleet of planes? Because last time I was flying Delta with any regularity, I always felt like the wheels were going to come off.
Yeah, the MD-88s and the
Of course, that was about
Yeah.
10 or 15 years ago when I was.
Yeah, they mostly fly on the routes that I fly. They mostly fly the 737-900s
Okay.
and the 800s and Airbus, either the 320s or the 321s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm kind of away from the MD-88s and the MD-90s, which I just gotta hate those planes.
Yeah.
That's the one you're talking about, Gordon.
Right.
MD-80s. They got two in the back. They got 2 seats on one side and 3 on the other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are just like, try again. Okay. Okay. You
Okay.
got it up.
So here's the book, at least a version of it. This is the section. What I was thinking was that if we were going to look at this, come on, stop doing that to me. At the end of each of these sections about the rules, there would be some ideas about how you implement them. And this is going to come out of the blog that I'm writing. I'm starting now on a sequence that's going to be introducing all of these rules by name instead of by concept.
Okay.
And then talk about, basically abstract what we already have here, and then talk about how we implement, how we get these rules implemented and how we get people to agree to them.
Do you want to not mess with this appendix, leave it like it is, but then have a appendix B that is rule implementation or something like that?
I think that's probably the best way, because if messing with any of this is not, is probably not necessary.
Yeah.
I like that idea too.
Yeah, because then I think it's okay. So you're gonna work on. So you do that, and so you're going to go through the same kind of format, but it's going to be implementation.
Yeah.
And just what you said about the rules and kind of a naming, some naming convention or whatever you want to do.
Right.
And then, yeah, I think that's a really good idea. Okay. Okay, and then I will. When do you think you can have that done?
I don't know. I mean, I'm going to be working on it now.
Okay.
I mean, for the next, I'm not teaching this month, and so I'm hoping I can get some more time, especially since the weather's apparently heading south in a hurry.
Yeah, there's a big storm that's supposed to be smacking Montana and North Dakota and South Dakota and northern Wyoming.
Yeah. Well,
interesting.
They're calling for 18 degrees and snow on Thursday here.
Huh. Wow.
Wow. Great. On Thursday, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that when you're flying out?
Possibly. I possibly.
Yeah.
So yeah, did I send like an estimate of project complete?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Let's
I tried
go
to
to
get
that.
some information from Amy, and she gave me a long response that was not really the answer I was looking for. So I just went by hours billed. That
Yeah,
was all I really had to go by versus what I interpreted by her from her proposal. I just shifted the start dates, or however she defined the pre-launch and the pre-launch,
yeah,
consisting of some months, and it looked. I don't know. I came up with some figure of 29%, whatever that
Yeah.
means. At least in terms of
Okay.
build hours.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, and
so
then Amy's been, yeah, again, she's written to me and asked if we've talked, I don't know, she probably copied you guys, talked about a time when we can get together as a group and talk about the schedule. Maybe
yes,
that's the next thing to do, is talk to
Yeah.
her about that.
Well, I think if we can, let's hammer out all these final things we have to do to get the book reissued.
Yeah,
And because my other task, I got to get with Ingram Spark and figure out how to redo that again. So if we could get the book into its final form to where we're ready to release it, then I think we can really talk about what Amy wants to talk about.
right. Now, I'm going to, that sounds good. I'm going to change subjects quickly here.
Okay.
As a result of all this stuff on LinkedIn and everything that Amy's been working with,
Mhm.
I got a contact from a Baha'i out, I think, in California.
Okay.
That looked and has looked at what we're doing, and at my background. They're putting together some sort of effort with the VA health system to introduce consultation,
Wow.
and asked if I'd be interested. And I said, my partners and I would like to talk to you about that.
Of course, we would love to talk.
the VA, damn.
Yeah. So, and considering,
Consultation's the least of their problems, but okay.
well, yeah, but it's a start. But considering my recent dealings with the VA about my father, I have this definite feeling they need all the help they can get.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I will keep you guys apprised. Her
Okay.
husband, who she says is not a Baha'i, even though he loves Baha'u'llah and prays every day, will be contacting me.
Cool.
Very interesting.
So, yeah. And another thing, we had a young woman come by the house the other day. She's running for a council seat in our ward.
Yeah.
As a result of our conversation with her about the problems the city is having, I gave her a copy of the book.
Excellent.
So, who knows? What I'm finding is that there are a lot of people that seem to understand that we need a better way to do things
God, no kidding.
all over the place. But it was kind of interesting to talk to this young. She's very impressive. She would be at least a decade and a half by a decade and a half the youngest member of the city council.
Yep.
So it's nice to see young people getting involved.
God.
So is one of us going to respond to Amy and give her some?
Yeah, I'll do that right now.
Okay.
Okay, great.
You think maybe we can get our stuff done by the end of the month, or?
Don't know. Can't promise. We'll start to work on it.
Yeah.
I'm going to target it because I've got my November is going to be insane, and my November, December are going to be really, really busy. So I want to get it done in
And I think
October.
I'm going to be traveling or start traveling, if not this week, then beginning later this month and through November, because I know Riverside County, the Public Works Department has budgeted for about 3 weeks of online time. So it's a pretty big project. They usually don't require that much online, on-site time, but that's
Right.
fine. So,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So, okay, Kevin, I've got going ahead, and Bowker's been kind of crazy. I need to, and obviously I need to give them a call to see what the hell's going on with our account, because
Okay.
we still have 8 available ISBNs.
Okay. Yeah, you should. Yeah.
oh, good.
Yep.
So we've
'Cause
got
you
those.
got a package of 10, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've got those ready to go.
Okay.
And I need to talk to him about the associated ISBN or the associated barcode.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
And I'll get that done. Susan's sister's here, so they're going to be running off and doing some things, so I'll have some time.
Okay.
And can deal with these folks and send it to you. And we're still engrossed in trying to settle Reen's estate. What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. No kidding. Hey,
Um,
Gordon, what did you say? You've got Jeff is moving into an assisted care facility?
Yes, in fact, he was released from Lutheran Friday evening, and we got him settled into Cambridge Care Center in Lakewood.
Cambridge Care Center, Lakewood.
Yeah, that's around 17th and Harlan. No, I guess Harlan doesn't go through. It's in that area. It's actually on Eaton Street, just south of 17th. It's a pretty nice place. We like the people there. That's going to be an adjustment, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for your mom.
Yeah. How's your mom doing?
Well, I talked to her, and she was glad that he was out of the hospital, and that it seemed to be a nice place. You know, he's going to have to have more of a social life, I think. But those places do respect patient rights. They have to.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think it'll be good for him.
Yeah.
Just my initial gut feeling and Lauren's were very positive, so we'll see. And I think Carol Brooks told us that there was another Baha'i there, actually.
Ah.
Carol Villapando or Cheryl. What is it?
Really?
Sharon Villapando. Does that name sound familiar?
Yeah, the Villapando family was, they've moved around in different communities in Denver, and there's several of them. And
yeah,
a couple of the girls were involved in workshop for a while, and
yeah, I remember.
now they're much older. And
yeah,
I think
maybe that's a older relative.
Could
So
be.
anyway, I guess Lakewood will do some home visits with them anyway.
Okay.
That would be good.
Although, like Arvada, Lakewood is struggling.
Shrinking.
Yeah, they're shrinking and aging and struggling, and Northglen's having the same problem. We kind of compared notes the other night at the meeting that we had with the counselors and with Kim Bowers. So, but anyway, we're relieved that he's in a place where
Good.
Well, I'm glad that's been settled, because I know that's a hassle.
Well, it's only been hanging over my head for a couple of decades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Time for me to go.
Say hi to Sharice.
Will do. Thanks a lot. And
right.
let's go ahead and see what we can schedule again. We can do that by email.
Yep.
All right. Very good.
Okay.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
now.
Take care.
Bye.